What is going on YouTube? It's your boy NevinTheBarber, and in today's haircut tutorial, I'm going to be covering a high bald fade with waves. So to get right into today's tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and set in my first initial guideline using my Stylecraft Metal Instinct trimmer. And you guys can see that I started this initial guideline at the top of my client's point of reference. So basically, since this is going to be a high fade, there's not going to be any C-cups on my client's hairline. And for the next step, I'm using no guard with the lever all the way open, taking this guideline up about an inch. And now that I have that complete, I'm going to go ahead and use the 1.5 guard with the lever all the way closed. And again, I'm taking this guideline up, going up about an inch. And it's very important that you guys give yourself enough space with each guideline. That way when you come back down and erase the guidelines, you have enough space to blend them out. So essentially, all I'm really doing right here with my fading system is I'm putting my guidelines in going up, and then I'm coming back down to erase each guideline that I created. And also, just keep in mind, every time you guys are doing a haircut, you want to be sure that you're blending it according to your client's head structure. So basically, in this case, since I'm doing a high fade, I want to be sure that I'm blending a nice transition up into the parietal ridge bone on the sides, and that I'm blending above the occipital bone on the back of my client's head. So if this were to have been a mid fade or a low fade, I would have kept that guideline underneath my client's occipital bone in the back. But since it's a high fade, I went ahead and brought that guideline above my client's occipital bone. So just keep that in mind whenever you guys are doing your haircuts. You want to make sure that you blend according to your client's skull. That way when the blend is complete, you have a nice clean transition all throughout your client's head shape. And with this next step that I'm doing, I'm using the half guard with the lever all the way open, and I'm focusing on blending the 0.5 up into the 1.5. And I'm just gradually closing the lever as needed to flick out any last dark areas that I see in the middle of my fade. And now that I have that step complete, I'm gonna go ahead and line up my client's vertical bars before I line up the front of his hairline. And I always like to line up the vertical bars first. That way I have a nice clean foundation as to where I'm gonna bring my client's hairline. And now that I have a nice crispy hairline, I'm gonna go ahead and apply some enhancements just to enhance my client's light corners and give his hairline that extra pop. And as you guys can see, I'm just allowing the residue to give the extra pop on my client's hairline. I'm spraying the enhancements onto the business card and allowing the rest to just fall in place. And just like that, you guys can see how much more crispier my client's hairline looks. And I'm just gonna go over it one more time with the trimmers, ensuring that I can get it as sharp as possible. And now that I have that step complete, all I have to do is come back and erase that last guideline, blending the 00 up into the 0.5. So to do this, I'm starting with no guard with the lever all the way closed. And I'm just gradually flicking at that guideline with a very short cutting stroke. And now I'm just gonna open the lever as needed to flick out any last dark areas that I see. And this is probably the most important part of the fade right here. So you guys wanna take your time and be sure to put as much detail work as possible when doing this step. And you guys can see how that guideline slowly started to fade away with these few simple steps that I'm doing. And I would recommend using a zero gaps clipper when doing this. That way it'll make the process a lot easier for you guys when you're trying to erase that last guideline. And now I'm gonna come back with my trimmers, ensuring that that very last faint guideline is blended out. So with this step, I'm just blending those baby stubble hairs up into the fade. And right here, I went ahead and used my trimmers on the top of my client's crown just to knock off any flyaways that I saw. And to finalize this blend, I'm gonna come back with my Metal Instinct shaver, ensuring to cut all that stubble down to the skin. And this is really just gonna make your guys' fade pop right here, ensuring that you get a nice clean transition from the skin into the stubble into the hair. So just like that, I was able to get a nice clean fade with those few simple steps that I just showed you guys. And if you guys have learned anything in this haircut tutorial so far, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and drop a comment letting me know what you guys want to see next. And I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same exact steps on the left side of my client's head. So I'm going to first start off using my Stylecraft Metal Instinct trimmers just to punch in that first initial guideline. And as I mentioned before, I am starting at the top of my client's point of reference, also known as the top of the C-cups. So whenever you guys are doing a high fade, just keep that in mind. As I mentioned, you want to be sure to get a nice clean transition, fading up into that parietal ridge bone, as well as the occipital bone on the back of your client's head. And now with no guard, lever all the way open, I'm creating another guideline going up about another inch. And I'm not going to erase this guideline yet. As you guys saw, I went ahead and erased this guideline at the very end. So now with the 1.5 guard, I'm going to create another guideline going up about another inch. And I'm going to open the lever all the way just to blend that guideline up into the parietal ridge area. And I'm going to come back cutting the hair with the grain with the lever all the way closed. And this is just creating a nice clean transition from the parietal ridge up into the crown. And now to blend out that middle guideline, I'm going to go ahead and use the half guard with the lever all the way open. And I'm just going to begin flicking at that middle guideline. And just be patient with it when doing this step. Some of your clients may have thicker hair texture than others. In this case, my client had very thick, coarse hair, so it took me a little bit longer to blend out each guideline. But you guys can see with the system that I've created, it's honestly a bulletproof system. It works on any hair texture. As long as you guys are doing these steps correctly, you should be able to get a nice, clean, blurry blend. And now for the hairline, I'm lining up the vertical bars first, and then I'm gonna come back and line up my client's hairline in the middle, going from middle to right. Same thing on the other side, doing the same exact steps. And now I'm going to apply some enhancements. As you guys can see, the enhancements really just gives that extra pop to the hairline, making the haircut almost look photoshopped. So now that my client has a nice, clean, crispy hairline, all I have to do is come back and erase that last guideline. So with no guard and the lever all the way closed, I'm going to begin attacking that last guideline with a very short cutting stroke, blending the 00 up into the 0.5. And I'm just going to gradually open the lever as needed to flick out any dark areas that I see. And as I mentioned before, this is probably the most important step within the haircut. You guys want to be sure to get a nice clean transition from that trimmer going up into the hair. And I'm just using the corner of my blade when doing this. I like to use the corner of my blade rather than using the full blade, only because I get to do a lot more detail work and really cut out the areas that I want to while using the corner. And just like that, you guys can see how that guideline is slowly starting to fade away. And another thing I like about this fading system right here is you guys won't find yourself pushing up the fade higher than what it needs to be. You can literally see how every step serves its own purpose within the haircut. And now getting into the razor work. Whenever I use the razor blade, I always like to bring the blade up against the grain of the hair. And the reason why I do this is because the razor blade is basically removing the hair follicle out of the pore. So it's gonna leave the hairline with a very sharp, crispy look. And not only that, the haircut will last a lot longer if you guys do this with the razor blade. And you guys can see just how much more sharper my client's hairline looks after doing some razor work. And now to get into the beard, I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the same exact steps, but just going in reverse to blend out that guideline that you guys saw. So right here I have the 1.5 guard, cutting the hair with the grain, and then I turn the clipper around to cut against the grain. And now with my 0 guard lever all the way open, I'm just blending out that very last faint guideline right there. So I'm basically just repeating the same steps as I did within the fade on the beard. And now I'm gonna come in with my trimmers to line up my client's beard. And when doing this, you guys just wanna keep it as natural as possible. Not only will your client appreciate you keeping his hairline natural, but this will allow the haircut to last that much longer as well. And same thing, I'm gonna go ahead and do some razor work on my client's cheek area just to give his beard that extra pop. And to finalize my blend, I'm gonna go ahead and do some shears over comb with my NevinTheBarber shears. And this is really just softening up the blend. Whenever using shears, you guys will notice that your blend will be a lot more softer and you'll get a cleaner transition into the bulk. And one more time with my trimmers, just ensuring that every last hair is cut to perfection. And same thing on the other side. I'm just gonna do some shears over comb to finalize my blend and really give my client the best haircut possible. Not only will your client appreciate the detail work, but this will increase your chances of retainment on getting that client to return to you. But that is about it for today's haircut tutorial. I hope you guys took something from this video. Again, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. It's been your boy NevinTheBarber, and I'm out. I'll see you guys in the next one.